Here we go. Let's have a great workout.
Push-up on knees. Begin. Your body should form a straight line from your knees up to your head. Keep your elbows in towards your ribs and your forearms vertical. Your head and shoulders move forwards of your hands as you get lower down.
Next exercise.
Mason twist.
Three, two, one.
Mason twist. Begin. Perform this movement with control and keep your legs still. Keep your chest up and don't round your lower back.
Next exercise. Shoulder tap push-ups. Three, two, one. Shoulder tap push-ups.
Begin. At the top of each push-up, shift your weight onto one arm. Brace your core and lift up the other hand to tap your opposite shoulder. Try not to rotate your body.
Next exercise. Lying tricep lifts. Three, two, one. Lying tricep lifts.
Begin. Rotate your arms so that your knuckles are face down to the floor. Lift your arms up and down behind you. Keep the rest of your body rigid.
Next exercise. Wall push-ups. Three, two, one. Wall push-ups.
Begin. Place your hands on a solid wall at chest height and shoulder width. Keep your body rigid so your hips don't collapse towards the wall. Make sure your feet can't slip out from underneath you.
Next exercise. Alternating push-up plank. Three, two, one. Begin.
Brace your core, hips and legs to keep your body stable during the movement. Alternate the arm you use to push you up on each rep. Stack your hands and elbows under your shoulders.
Next exercise. Standing side crunch. Three, two, one. Standing side crunch. Begin.
Lean to one side without bending forwards or leaning back to reach your fingertips as far down the side of the leg. Activate your side body muscles on the side you are leaning towards to help compress you on that side.
Next exercise. Push-ups. Three, two, one. Push-ups. Begin.
Keep your elbows above your hands and move your head forwards as you lower down. Engage your glutes, tense your legs, and brace your core to keep your body rigid.
Next exercise. Abdominal crunch. Three, two, one. Abdominal crunch. Begin.
Engage your core by drawing your belly button down. Don't let your lower back arch away from the floor. Keep your chin tucked in.
Next exercise. Push-up and rotation. Three, two, one. Push-up and rotation. Begin.
At the top of each push-up, shift your weight onto one arm. Lift the other arm and reach it up above your head by rotating your torso to the side.
Next exercise. Dive bomber push-ups. Three, two, one. Dive bomber push-ups. Begin.
Keep your hips up as much as possible as you lower down. Keep your elbows pointing backwards towards your hips rather than flaring them out to the sides. Push your hips up and back as you push off the floor.
Next exercise.
Hollow body.
Three, two, one.
Hollow body.
Begin.
Lay on your back with your legs straight and arms above your head. Press your lower back in the ground and pull your belly button into your spine. Lift your legs and arms off the ground and hold.
Next exercise. Double leg stretch. Three, two, one. Double leg stretch. Begin.
Breathe out as you curl your head and chest up off the mat. Keep your lower back against the mat as you extend your legs out.
Next exercise. Pike push-up. Three, two, one. Pike push-up. Begin.
Walk your feet in close to your hands so that your body forms an upside-down V. Bend your elbows and lower your upper body down and forwards. Look back towards your feet.
Next exercise. Leg spreaders. Three, two, one. Begin.
Keep your lower back down against the floor. Lift your legs off the floor by about a foot and keep them at this height during the movement.
Next exercise.
Plank knee taps.
Three, two, one. Begin.
Begin in a forearm plank. Engage your core and drop one knee at a time. Keep your hips level.
Next exercise.
Break dance.
Three, two, one.
Break dance.
Begin.
Engage your core, your legs and your glutes to brace your body. Lift one arm up and turn to the same side. Then kick your opposite foot underneath you and out to the side. Balance on the hand and foot.
Next exercise.
Plank with reach back.
Three, two, one.
Plank with reach back.
Begin.
Begin in a forearm plank position. Lift your hips and reach your right arm back to tap your left shin. Return to your plank and then reach your left arm back to tap your right shin.
Next exercise.
Dynamic squat stretch.
Three, two, one.
Dynamic squat stretch.
Begin.
Begin standing with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Bend forward to grab your toes. Lower your hips as far as they can go towards the ground.
Next exercise.
Plank crunch and kickback, left.
Three, two, one.
Plank crunch and kickback, left.
Begin.
Begin in a forearm plank position. Lift your left leg straight up and then bring your knee into your chest. Repeat. Keep your hips low and core tight throughout the movement.
Next exercise.
Plank crunch and kickback, right.
3, 2, 1.
Plank crunch and kickback, right.
Begin.
Begin in a forearm plank position. Lift your right leg straight up and then bring your knee into your chest. Repeat. Keep your hips low and core tight throughout the movement.
Next exercise. Supine bicycle. 3, 2, 1. Supine bicycle. Begin.
Keep your lower back down against the floor. Crunch up and keep your shoulder blades off the floor during the exercise. Remember, opposite knee to elbow.
Next exercise. Mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. Begin.
Lean your shoulders forwards over your hands and look at the floor just in front of them. Bring your knees in underneath you, level with your elbows. Amp it up by hovering your front foot instead of putting it on the floor.
Next exercise. Supermans. 3, 2, 1. Supermans. Begin.
Contract the muscles down the back of your body to arch away from the floor. Squeeze the backs of your shoulders, your upper and lower back muscles, plus your glutes. Don't overlift your legs and overarch your lower back.
Next exercise. 2-point plank. 3, 2, 1. 2-point plank. Begin.
Tense your legs, hips, and engage your core to keep a straight, plank-like shape. Shift your weight onto one hand and the opposite foot. Raise your free arm up and forwards and your other foot back and up to about the same height as your hips.
Next exercise.
Frog stretch with rotation.
Three, two, one.
Frog stretch with rotation.
Begin.
Lay on your forearms with your knees bent and pulled out to the sides. Rotate your feet from the right side and then to the left side. Try to keep your hips down.
Next exercise. Downward dog. Three, two, one. Downward dog. Begin.
Drive your hips up and back as you stretch your heels to the floor. Aim to create a straight line with your spine from hands to hips.
Next exercise.
Lunge rotation stretch.
Three, two, one.
Lunge rotation stretch.
Begin.
Begin standing and lunge forward with your right foot. Place your left hand on the ground and your right hand up in the air. Rotate your right arm as far back as possible. Repeat on the other side.
Next exercise. Low lunge. Left leg forward. Three, two, one. Low lunge. Left leg forward. Begin.
Keep your hips at the same height as the front knee, your chest lifted and hands on the ground. Activate the legs by pushing both feet down into the ground.
Next exercise. Low lunge. Right leg forward. 3, 2, 1. Low lunge. Right leg forward.
Begin. Keep your hips at the same height as the front knee, your chest lifted and hands on the ground. Activate the legs by pushing both feet down into the ground.
Next exercise. Plank. Three, 2, 1. Plank.
Begin. Brace your core and draw your belly button up into your tummy. Tense your glutes and legs to make your body rigid.
Next exercise. Wide leg forward fold. Three, 2, 1. Wide leg forward fold.
Begin. Bend your knees slightly and then forward fold from the hips, taking your hands to the floor.
Next exercise. Upward facing dog. Three, 2, 1. Upward facing dog.
Begin. Pull your belly to spine so your core activates. Press firmly into the tops of your feet so your legs activate. Tense your glutes to protect your lower back as you lift up.
Next exercise.
Super skater jump.
Three, 2, 1.
Super skater jump.
Begin.
Begin standing with feet together. Bend your knees and jump to the side. As you land on one leg, jump straight up. Make sure to land on a bent knee. Repeat on the other side.
Next exercise. Standing mountain climber. Three, two, one. Standing mountain climber.
Begin. As you lift a leg up, bring your opposite arm up too. Hop to the other leg and swap arms, pausing briefly at the top of each hop.
Next exercise. Spider-Man, left. Three, two, one. Spider-Man, left. Begin. Start in a half-kneeling position with your left leg back and your hands resting on the ground on either side of your right foot. First, drive your left hip towards the ground without arching your back. Then sit back towards your heel and straighten out your right leg to stretch the back of your right thigh. Next exercise. Spider-Man, right. Three, two, one. Spider-Man, right. Begin. Start in a half-kneeling position with your right leg back and your hands resting on the ground on either side of your left foot. First, drive your right hip towards the ground without arching your back. Then sit back towards your heel and straighten out your left leg to stretch the back of your left thigh. Next exercise. Genie sit. Three, two, one. Genie sit. Begin.
Contract your glutes, abs and lower back muscles to support your spine. Keep pushing your hips forwards as you lean back. Keep a straight body position during this movement. Don't bend backwards.
Next exercise. Up-down squat. Three, two, one. Up-down squat. Begin. Begin kneeling with your arms forward. Step 1 foot forward and then the next to rise up to a low squat. Step back to kneeling. Keep your chest high and hips back in the squat position.
Next exercise. Snow Angel. Three, two, one. Snow Angel. Begin. Keep your lower back against the floor by engaging your core muscles and drawing your belly button in. Roll your head up just off the floor, making a snow angel with your limbs hovering off the floor. Next exercise. Push up on knees. Three, two, one.